Hello, everybody. This is the start of episode 2, Sobering Up in Colombia, East Rosebud Studios, joined by my wonderful co-host, Brandon Booty.
What's up?
What's up with you? Let's talk about you for a second. I'm sure it's better fucking news than me.
Just trying to get ready for guide season.
Oh, yeah? How's that going? How are your dates on the calendar?
I got some dates, so it's going good, you know. Last year, I didn't even get in the game until April, so, you know. But, I got some dates, got a little bit of boat maintenance, and...
It doesn't really even start till April, though, does it?
Yeah,
I mean, maybe this year.
But I mean, like, I didn't even get my name out there till April last year. You know, now I didn't even decide to guide till April.
Oh, wow. But you guided a little bit the year before, so you got a little experience.
Couple days, a little part-time. So.
Yeah. Well, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, baby.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a fucking guide. Okay, so we're going to get into episode 2, Sobering Up in Colombia. And, of course, I covered all my legal hassles before I left to go to Colombia. This trip, you fly to Medellin from wherever. You stay one night overnight in a crazy nice fucking hotel for like $85 a night. It's like fucking, I mean, it's hard to describe how nice this hotel is. This motherfucking hotel in Bozeman, Montana, it costs you $5-6 bills in the fucking off season.
Dang.
I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just that nice. Run by all these good-looking, nice young people, and just really professional, and just kind of unique architecture. And Colombia is just a place I've just literally fallen in love with. I mean, it really is a place that I could actually consider going to and not fishing. And there's not a lot of those places.
Yeah, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot.
Well,
for me, I feel like.
This trip, East Rosebud in Colombia, is a peacock bass trip. And to get to where we fish, which is the Tomo River, you stay the night in Medellin, you get picked up early Saturday morning, you go to a smaller airport, and you get into a Cessna or a chartered flight, and you fly from there, to basically a dirt town, a cow town called Primavera, Colombia. And it's just a cinder block airport building. It's an outpost type place. But it's so interesting because, everybody in Colombia is on fucking scooters or motorcycles.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, when you're in Medellin, there's a shit ton of cars. But, like, you just wouldn't believe the amount of motorbikes people use. And in Primavera, it's so fucking interesting because, you think about... You've got, how old is your boy? He's like a year or 2 years?
He's about to be 3.
Okay, I'm sorry. But he's in a car seat still, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, and a car seat, shit's got to be a sanctioned fucking car seat, right? You just don't go to the fucking swap meet and buy your fucking car seat, right?
No.
Got to be a good car seat, right? In fucking Primavera, they drop us off at this, oh man, hard to describe, but bakery is the best way to put it. And it's an open air, so you're sitting there on this bustling little small town street corner. My point is that like you hardly ever see a car in Primavera, but you'll see dozens and dozens and dozens of these people that are on these motorbikes going to and from wherever. And you should see this shit. You'll have a mom on a fucking dirt bike with a fucking 3-year-old holding on to her in the back, sitting right behind her on the seat, and her fucking 2-year-old sitting on the fucking gas can or tank right in front of her as she's motoring down the street. So there ain't no fucking car seat safety in Colombia, yo.
Yeah.
Different place, man, right? It's just really fucking fascinating. So we get into, there were 6 of us on this trip total. We get into 2, 4-wheel SUVs, and then we make the 3-hour drive to the Tomo River on basically dirt. Not gravel, but dirt. Basically driving through cattle country. It's like all these kind of skinny-ass Brahma cows everywhere. It's ag, right? And, all they're eating is grass off the ground, so they're not getting anything else. That's why they're so skinny. So it's a crazy place. And you finally get to the banks of the Tomo River. I think actually we get in on a tributary and then motor into the Tomo. But if you live in Montana, the Tomo River is about 2 Yellowstones.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 bighorns, size-wise. And you do fish the main body of the river, although most of the best fishing we've ever done is in lagoons. So you'll find a small opening off of this big river, go 30 yards, and boom, here's a big fucking pond, a big pool, a big estuary back here that might be 500 acres.
Oh, dang, yeah, that's big,
right.
yeah.
And then, basically it's the same thing. You're just pounding streamers to wood structure. That's the best place to catch these fish, is in wood structure, or of course in transitions from shallow to depth. And, every time you strip that bug in that environment, you could have that peacock bass of a lifetime. Yeah. So there's a reason to fucking go there. I just would not recommend you do it based on the stress that I went to. I went there under. That's what I'd recommend, right? So we start our first morning, and I got to give a little more background. The lodging on the Tomo River are what they call floating tents. And these are basically pontoons with a nice cabin on top of them, sitting on the water right off of a white sand beach.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And, Bolivia a few years ago, that was a more out there trip because, like, indigenous folk out there, they don't even know what a fucking iPhone is. I mean,
are there any other animals you got to worry about?
That's a little heavy, but my point is Bolivia's like out there. This Tomo River is out there. But there's obviously some folk around, kind of, because of this agricultural type cattle type thing, right? So, but you don't really see anybody, but so to be on that beach, on those floating cabins, in that unbelievable open air, comfortable motherfucking environment.
Yeah, it's gotta be quite an experience right there.
It's so exhilarating that I just can't begin to describe, what it really meant as far as being able to sleep like that overnight.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is there any other animals you got to worry about?
I'll cover some wildlife, because wildlife's some cool shit on the Tomo River, right? Inside these cabins, you got a toilet, got a pump type toilet, got to pump water into it, do your business, boom, pump that shit out of there, literally. Got a shower that is basically river water, but after fucking sweating and greasing out, fishing 10 fucking hours a day. Okay?
Getting after it.
Getting after it. And when I say to a guide, we fish 10 hours a day, motherfucker, you wouldn't fish 10 hours a day if they gave you a gold bar.
It's hard, yeah.
10 fucking hours a day.
Yeah, that'd be hard for me to do.
I'm not exaggerating with that. 10 hours a day.
I believe it.
It's hard fucking core. So the cabins are wonderful. We eat up under a canopy over, right by the jungle edge right here, and the cooking, the cuisine is way above average for the middle of nowhere. They've got laundry service there. They got a full crew in the camp. I mean, they got great service and staff. And the guiding's pretty good. The guiding is mostly non-communicative with English. Like, so if you don't speak Spanish, you're fucked, right? And so I ended up not going with my wife for reasons I'm not going to disclose. So that must be pretty heavy, right?
Yeah, I mean, the safe thing is not to disclose it. You know what I mean?
Especially with a big fucking mouth like mine. It's all good. So I ended up getting paired up with this cat who's got a startup business in Colombia. Never met him before, right? He's one, he's not in our group. He's from just kind of a single, that kind of showed up. And the fact that my wife didn't go with me, I ended up, getting paired up with this cat and fishing with this guy, for basically 6 straight days, as well as, the dude's in my tent, I was a little bit, pissed off I didn't get my own tent just because I paid for 2, but it's just kind of how it ended up, and so it was interesting to fish with this guy because this guy was like a lure guy.
Oh, he wasn't fly fishing?
No, I don't think most people that go there. It'd be interesting to know what majority fly fish the Tomo River with a float. I'm not sure. Every time we've gotten there in the 2 years we've done it, there has been an exiting group at the airport ready to fly out with the charter flight we flew in with. They're all fucking Europeans with spin rods.
Where was this guy from?
He's from Texas originally. His name was Mike, and fuck, I mean, it was nice to have the dude, I mean, it was nice to have the dude, I mean, it just was, because, Cat had some dope. I mean, right? I mean, and we, Colombia, weed's illegal, believe it or not, or mostly illegal, but, I'm able to get a vape pen. Do that fucking vape pen. I never smoke a vape pen. I know you don't smoke at all, but I never smoke a vape pen.
Like tobacco vape
no,
pen?
No, a marijuana weed vape pen, right?
Okay.
Well, yeah, I like a little bit of a buzz. I like a lot of a buzz, but I'm not going to talk about that. So I get this vape pen, but it was nice that, this other guy, I mean, he's just a really nice man, and boom, there you go.
Yeah, that's a plus right there.
Fuck yeah. So I had to fish with somebody all week, but it was still good. The rest of the camp is just, like I said, like a beautiful beach setting. You can fish right off the beach if you want. It's really, a float goes out of their way to really make this there's a little bit of glamping in it. I mean, there's a little bit of glamping. Cool. Yeah.
How much of those tent things they have? Like all the workers are staying in them too? Or?
No, God, no. They're sitting up there in the sweaty, fucking bug-infested jungle.
Oh, dang. Yeah,
it's not quite like that, but, it's like that. It's kind of, I mean, it takes, to do what they do, you're going to definitely have to put 12, 15, 18 people on the ground. I mean, to host a group of 6 to 10, 8 to 10, whatever we had.
Are they like in regular tents then?
I mean, I don't know where they are. I mean, I don't know where they are. I don't know. It's just that's what you get if you go with East Rosebud and a float to the Tomo River, is you get a floating cabin.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And their staff seemed very well taken care of. And like I said, the guides did a good job. It was fun. I mean, it was fun, and it was good fishing with this guy, Mike. And then there's a couple of other guys there that filled out the capacity of this week that were nice too. So between my group and them, it was a good, happy camp, and the fishing was pretty darn good too, because you get picked up in your boat right outside your dock of your floating cabin anywhere between 6:45 and 7 a.m. Like fucking clockwork.
And you're fishing.
Boom. You aren't even back until between 5 and 6 p.m. every day. Yes. And a float does, like, they do all this crazy shit. Like, they'll have their crew go out and set up a wonderful lunch spot on a fucking picturesque part of the river, right? Looking over Jesus's manger. Shit like that. Amazing, right? They'll do that, and you'll go and meet the rest of your group, and everybody will have lunch together.
Yeah, that's pretty cool right there.
Oh, man.
Talk about your day, and yeah.
Shit, the goddamn guides are setting up hammocks in case you want a siesta. I mean, it's really kind of they do a great job. It's glamping, middle of nowhere. The lunch, the food is like absolutely exemplary. And, I'll talk about the food real quick. I'm not an avocado guy. You an avocado guy?
Not necessarily. No, not really.
I'm a fucking avocado guy now.
They were hooking it up, huh?
Oh, man. Fresh avocado. I mean, it was just like, God salted up. It was amazing. I mean, like I said, a float does a great fucking job. So we'll come back. We'll do episode 3 here shortly. Signing off, Rich Ramirez, East Rosebud Studios. Out.